Hey guys, this is Jasmine, and I don't usually do this YouTube stuff or anything like that, but I feel like the reason why I'm doing this is definitely because I'm pretty sure, as most of you guys know, I was catfished by my best friend, and I just feel like I wanted to make this video for YouTube um, to share my experience being catfished by my best friend. So, yeah, so let's just get into this story time, I guess you could say. So, me and I don't even have to make up a name because I already exploited her name already. So, yeah, so me and Lauren have been best friends since like the beginning of seventh grade. And me and her were like really, 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 really close. Like we were actually kind of like sisters. I mean, yeah, like I'm sorry, I was kind of crying earlier, so my nose is kind of like so sorry if I keep sniffling in this video. Um, but yeah, so me and Lauren have been friends since the beginning of seventh grade. And me and her were like really close. We were like sisters. Yeah, we got on each other's nerves sometimes, but me and her were still kind of close. So I remember one day, out of the blue, me and her were on the phone. It was nighttime, and she had said to me, "Oh, you need a boyfriend? I have somebody that I want to introduce you to, and maybe we could see where it goes from here." And I was like really, really, really shy back then. And just the thought of her hooking me up with somebody, I was just like, nope. I was like, nope, 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 nope. I don't wanna do that. Um, I'm not really up for that anyway. So yeah, can we not do that? And so she was like, oh no, it'll be fine. I'm gonna hook you up with him. Da da da. So she made up this dude's name, which was Aquan. And I know Aquan is pretty much like a really, really like, not a common name, but that's the name she came up with. So she pretended to be a dude named Aquan. And when we talked in the beginning, it was like, me and him were like vibing. And I really like as when we continued to talk, I was really like feeling him and I started liking him more and more and more. And so she was like, oh yeah, see I told you, da da da. So from then on, me and this guy just kept on talking, kept on talking, kept on talking. And we eventually got into a relationship. When I tell you this girl came up with the most realistic stories ever. I kid you not. The most realistic stories ever. It was just crazy because the story she was telling me, it was like kind of like real. So um there have been a lot of arguments between me and him. Um a lot of things about like ex-girlfriends and you know all this other crazy crap that I don't know where the hell she got it from. Um, but I just was like, even though that stuff was going on, I still was like feeling him. Like I was still into him. I still wanted to be with him and everything. I still loved him. And so me and him kept talking, kept talking, kept talking. And, so it was like sometimes we would be annoyed with each other and sometimes we'd like, love each other. But like, it was like me and him had such a good connection. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was like it was something that only me and him could understand. Um, Not only did I tell Lauren, but I told Iquan my entire life story. Um, I like trusted them. I knew they weren't gonna judge me. I knew that whatever I said would be sacred with them, and whatever they said would be sacred with me. So I wasn't really worried about telling them my business. Um, so I just like continued to talk to them or whatever, and then it was like I don't even know how we made it to like this 6 year mark or whatever because I don't God, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I have no idea how she kept up with this for so long without even for a second stopping to think this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. This is just not right. But she kept on going with it. And I when I look at this situation, I'm like thinking to myself like I've been talking to a invisible person pretty much for the past 6 years. Like on and off, constant fighting, but we still loved each other. We shared things with each other, talking like going to like our normal talking about our normal day. So it was like it was like a normal relationship. But the only thing was we never seen each other. We we never talked on the phone before. And yeah, I know. That's like a pure sign of a catfish. But I trusted my friend, and I didn't think she would do that to me. I didn't think she would play me like that. And I'll be honest, for one second I did think that I was being catfished because the pictures that Lauren was sending me, I went onto Google and I just typed in some random stuff, and when it would come up, I would see some of the same pictures that she sent to me on Google. So, in the back of my mind, I kind of had a feeling that I was being catfished, but I feel like back then I didn't want to believe it. So, um, yeah, so pretty much, you know, and it's like every time she sent me a new, like, updated picture, the person didn't really look like the way he looked like before. Like, I don't know. But it was just weird because I was like, dang, like he changed from that to that in that amount of time. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. And like, I really wanted to believe that he was real. But in like the slight back of my mind, I kind of had a feeling that I was being catfished. But like I said, I feel like I didn't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting here, and every time I went to sleep, I always thought about him. I always dreamt about him. I always wondered exactly what it would be like for us to meet. So I would constantly tell him, we need to talk on the phone. We need to see each other. This is going on for way too long. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And I never ever received any type of, okay, let's work this out, we're gonna actually meet up. I mean, I think it was this one time that we were gonna meet up after school, and What happened? Okay, so it was after school, and she told me to wait outside of the school for him. Y'all, let me tell you, I waited, I waited damn near 3 hours for this dude to show up, and he never showed up. I was standing there as the buses were going by, people were walking home, all this other stuff, and the area around me was starting to clear out. So I'm waiting there, and I'm waiting there, and I'm waiting there, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's gonna come, maybe he's gonna come. Damn near 3 hours, dude never showed up. I felt sick to my stomach because I was like, okay, I just been stood up. I feel like, I don't know, like after that, I felt like something really was really off. And I believe the excuse she gave me was that something with his mom, I forgot, it was a long time ago, but it was something with his mom. And I was just thinking to myself, like, okay, but you couldn't have told me that like way beforehand, like while I was in school. Be like, okay, well, something came up, I'm sorry, but I can't meet up with you today. I probably would have believed it, you know what I'm saying? But it would have still been nice if he could just would have let me know. So I was literally like so upset that day. I couldn't even believe it. Um what other things happened? Okay. So pretty much me and him butted heads like nobody's business. I mean, like, I couldn't believe how many arguments we got into. We were still together, you know what I'm saying? And we were like on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off all the freaking time. So, you know, after a while, it was like he got like, I feel like he got tired of me or whatever. And so, we kind of like stopped talking after that. And, we really stopped talking, I would say September-ish, something like that. Something around there. We stopped talking. And he told me to keep my distance, that he didn't want to talk to me anymore. And he just kind of left it like that. Kind of just left it at keep your distance. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep my distance. So I went like a whole month, didn't talk to him. His birthday was October 8th, and I said happy birthday to him or whatever. And he never responded. So yeah. Um so I just left it like that. Didn't like didn't even like um didn't even hit him up or anything. So, I'm still trying to talk to Lauren, because that was still my friend, and I wanted to keep in contact with her, but my life and her life was like two different things. Like, she was more busier than I was, and I just I was trying to hit her up whenever I could, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes she was like too busy to talk to me. So I had to learn how to just brush it off. Sometimes it would get on my nerves because like when I really want to tell her something and I couldn't tell her something because something was going on, you know, yeah, it was annoying. Um so yeah. So let me get to the part where this girl broke the news to me that it was all a joke. So, it happened to be yesterday morning, like early in the morning, me and her were talking. She was telling me how she was in a new relationship. I was like, oh, okay, I'm all here for it. I'm happy that you found somebody that makes you happy, stuff like that. And then I think what had got her was when I said this. I told her, I was like, it's so weird now because I was the one in the relationship and you really weren't in a relationship. And then, like, now you're in a relationship and I'm not in a relationship. And, now it's like I'm gonna be the one giving you advice instead of you giving me advice. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I don't know what triggered her to tell me, but she was like, I have something to tell you about your relationship. And so I'm thinking, okay, like, so they've been talking, or whatever. Because, mind you, they were like best friends. They were like bro and sis, from what she was telling me. And, I was like, okay, so they've been talking, da da da, whatever. So, when she had said, um, she told me she was gonna tell me over the weekend, but I'm like, why would you tell me over the weekend? Because I'm going out over the weekend, this weekend, and I didn't understand why she would tell me, like, I don't know. She was just confusing me. Um, so I was like, why don't you just tell me now? Like, why do you have to wait until Saturday? Because Saturday was when I was gonna go out. So I was like, why do you have to wait until Saturday? So she goes, um, Iquan doesn't exist. And I was like, wait, like, is this a joke? Like, you being funny? And she was like, no, Iquan isn't real. I made the whole thing up. It was all a lie. So I um I didn't know how to feel about that, to be honest. When she had said, when I read the message, because she was too much of a bitch to not call me. She'd rather Facebook message me and tell me this. So she goes, Quan isn't real. I made him up. So I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, no. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, no, 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 no. And that's kind of how I was feeling. I was like, no, she's lying. I was like, she is lying through her teeth right now. Like, this is a joke. This is a plain joke. And I was literally waiting for her to say, oh, this was just a sick joke. Kind of went too far. You know what I'm saying? So, so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting for her to say it's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke. But, she goes, in the past, when I was a kid, around the time that we met, I wasn't in the best place. I had a traumatic experience when I was younger, and I felt like the only way I could get a grip on my life was to hurt you or whatever. She said that it made her feel good to hurt me. Like, really? I mean, like, I've talked to this guy for like 6 years, told him all of my business, told him my whole life story, pretty much. And even though we had a lot of difficulties, a lot of the stories that she made up, and let me tell you, it was a lot of stories. If I were to sit here and recount every single one of the stories, we would be here forever. But let me tell you, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm gonna tell you that the stories that she made up were so freaking true. It was not even funny. Wasn't even funny. They were so freaking realistic. Like, you would think it was real. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel stupid because, like, I should have had a feeling that, I had a feeling that it was a catfish, but I feel like I didn't want to believe it at all. So, what I did was, I just kind of like pushed it in the back of my mind that, it might be a catfish. I just pushed that to the side. But it's like, once she said that, all of what I was feeling kind of went like, whoosh. Like, it wasn't a sigh of relief, it was a sigh of, oh my god. Like, she really, my best friend, more like my sister, catfished me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I would never, ever, ever in my life do that to her or somebody that I was really, really close with. I would never, ever, ever do that to her. So when she said that she did that to me, oh my god, I went off on her. I called her a bitch so many times. I said, "Oh, you're so fucking stupid. You're trifling. Um, I believed in you. I trusted you. I told you all my darkest secrets. I told you everything. I confided in you. You were my confidant. Like, I felt like I could trust you with anything. Like, I really felt like me and her were like this. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so after all this time, 6 years to be exact, now you're telling me that I'm being catfished. And the thing was, during this whole time, I was watching the MTV show Catfish, and all the time when I would watch the episodes, I'd be like, oh, that girl should have known. Oh, that guy should have seen it coming. Oh, he know he's stupid, or she knows she's stupid. Da-da-da. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking stupid because my own best friend is catfishing me. Like, what? That doesn't make any type of sense. Like, and I brought up Catfish a lot. The TV show. I brought it up to her, and I remember one time she said, "Why would you do that?" And I was like, "Because I feel like something's not right." And she didn't really say anything afterwards, and I should have known that was another red flag. If she didn't say much after that, I should have known that was another red flag. But yeah. So pretty much, she was just telling me that he wasn't real. So I felt like, wow, like everything that I felt was real, but the person I was telling it to was her and not him. He's not even real. So practically, I'm in love with her. I'm like, this girl really did me dirty. Like, I never ever thought that my best friend would turn around and stab me in the back like that. I never thought. I never thought I'd see the day. I thought I would never be catfished. I was like, oh, I'm gonna look out for the signs and stuff, and I'm gonna make sure that it don't happen to me, and all this, that, and the third. But it happened to me, and I went off on her. I was like, you're a bitch. I hate you. I hope your relationship don't last, cause she had just gotten into a new relationship. So I was like, I hope your relationship don't last. I was like, fuck you, fuck your relationship, and fuck everything that has to do with you. And I told her that the friendship was over, and I meant it. I meant what I said because she quadruple crossed the line with me. Um, And I told her that I was going to expose her on my social media accounts, which I did, which is exactly why I put her name in this video, because I already put her name on my social media accounts. So there was no need for me to try to make up no name. So yeah, pretty much. So the takeaway of this video is that your best friend, who you call your sister, who y'all like this and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying all of your friends are like not trustworthy, but I'm saying there might be at least one snake. At least one snake. Because I thought all of my friends were trustworthy. I really thought I had all trustworthy friends. And I do have trustworthy friends. Trust me, I do. There's like 4 of them. And yeah, they wouldn't do any crap like that to me. But this one right here, Lauren, I didn't expect that from her. After I went off on her, I was in complete shock. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to wrap my head around the whole thing that just happened. I cried a lot because, like, like, I lost my friend and stuff, but it wasn't my fault. It was her fault. So, something I can do about that. Um, here and there I shed some tears because I still can't believe she did that to me, but um for the most part I've cried most of it out. Yeah, I I just want y'all to be careful. Like, look for the signs. First and foremost, if your friend says I want to hook you up with somebody, shut that shit down right quick. Shut it down. Shut it down. I should have did that. I said no. I said no in the beginning, but I gave in, which I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have done that. But if the person that your friend hooked you up with is not calling you on the phone, not making no efforts to come see you, y'all, anything that you feel is sketchy, that's raising a red flag, you should look out for it, because chances are something fishy is going on. And there was something fishy definitely going on in my situation. So, I just want you guys to really pay attention to who your friends are and really pay attention to who you make friends with. I don't want to go through this again because I freaking expressed so much love for this person, to this person. I really cared for this person, but to come to find out that it was my friend trying to be spiteful to me because of what she went through, it was it was horrible. It was horrible. Um so guys, I just really want you to pay attention. Pay attention to who you be friends with, because you never know. Sometimes, things may not always go your way. The person who you may think is like really like the closest thing to you could be like a sneaky ass snake, as Lauren was to me. But I'm done with her now. Um, she's hoping that I forgive her one day, but I don't think I would forgive her for this because 6 years is a little too long. Um, but you know, I know I got other friends who care about me, and I'm sure, down the line that I'll make other friends who care about me, who won't try to spitefully hurt me because of something that they've been through. Just because you've been through something gives you absolutely no right to take it out on somebody else. No right, no excuses. Um, I just feel like you guys should be careful. So, um, thank you for watching this video. Um, if you could do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, anything. Um, I'm still fresh and new to this whole YouTube thing, but I'm just trying it out, see where it goes. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.